older than the axe that you found. And yeah, it's a kingdom that doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm.
At least one that you can't remember if it exists. It's like, this looks familiar. Clarvedin is a dwarven kingdom in the different continent. They have similar looking coins, but they're more modernized looking and slightly different symbol on them. This one has an axe and a battle axe, or a battle axe and a war hammer as like crossed each other.
You guys hear while Roswin let out, how peculiar. This, as he just kind of like looks the coin around, should not be here.
What do you mean? What do you mean it shouldn't be here?
Well, this coin is a old dwarven coin, a relic in its own right. But why would a dwarven coin be here in the underground areas?
Maybe the dwarves have visited this area?
Not from where they
One
live.
one common sense note I will give you both is this area does look like it was carved more by dwarves than by drow.
Yeah, you mentioned
Oh,
that earlier, that this looks dwarven in the area.
That's why I'm
We weren't
yeah,
reminding
sure if
you.
it was slaves or not.
yeah. I was thinking slaves, but that changes things. But that's why it
Yeah,
goes.
it could be slaves, it could be something else, but there's definitely a little bit of hints that there were other dwarves here, for sure.
Yeah, as Rosalind continue on, but not where they currently live at. So it's more of a matter is, if there was dwarves here, and this is their coin, what happened to them? As he just kind of looks back towards the body that he recently looted, and did not tell anyone that he looted the body, as he goes, because I pretty much found a old dwarven axe that was burned pretty well through.
So do you think they're still here? Maybe they're the race?
Either that, or we might just come across a civilization most of the time. As he just thinks about that for a moment and goes, which I guess wouldn't be too far fetched. Dwarves digging in the undergrounds, come across something that might have perpetually stuck them in a time loop, never aging, never changing. And it could be a curse, perhaps from a patron, a devil. Don't know for sure.
Well, it's not mine.
I never
That
said it
looks
was
not.
yours.
I'm making sure we know it's not mine because my patron doesn't have a coin that looks anything like that.
Well, I wouldn't assume it was yours unless I should. But I digress. The point
Mine
I'm
makes deals
making,
with people, so.
the point I'm making is, we're in an underground area, fog that burns, mostly on direct skin and flesh, have to wear protective gear, and we're finding small but noticeable evidence of dwarfs here. I would
It's Opa
very
not
much.
sitting well with you, Rose. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm looking at her face
She's
now.
got a painful look on her face. I'm like, the Opa didn't sit well? All right, communicate to us from the potty.
Long story short, he believes that there might be dwarves lost to time here, possibly under a curse, either by some type of devil, demon, and perhaps the fog that they're dealing with is a byproduct of that.
Very interesting theory. I like it. All right. How did the two of you react to Roswin's idea?
Um, Cora's fine with the idea.
It's like, that seems logical.
I
And
see nothing wrong with that idea.
with the amount of timey-wimey bullfuckery Quara did in his last little while with Elenia, he understands it.
I mean, I
Like,
guess they wish we
wow,
could.
this is all this weirdness all over again.
Yeah, he's getting
The hang
um
of it.
he's getting deja vu.
Deja vu 2.0.
Exactly.
All right. Do you have any comments to say to us, Rose?
From the beyond.
She
From the
is
beyond.
preoccupied right now.
I know she is. That's
Oh,
why I'm asking if
she's
she
typing.
That's what I was asking, if she's typing.
Ah.
I know she ran to the bathroom. Push further to see if theory is correct, or we should find somewhere else. Something. Popped
Yes.
up really fast.
I
But we-
very much say that we should move forward just to see if we can find one, maybe even two more evidence of this. If so, we can turn back around. But I at least want to try to find two more bodies to get us a suit. As he looks towards Quar and goes, Big boy over here seems to be doing very well without one.
Yes, Quar, you're not having any problems with this area. You're not really wearing a cloak because cloaks aren't really your thing.
Yeah.
But like, your skin isn't being bothered by the fire stuff so far. You do have the mask though, because breathing it does hurt.
absolutely.
Yes, breathing is yeah.
But
needs
like
to
he
breathe.
said, and if they can find these two more bodies around here, then they can turn back around, go back to the top, make some repairs, be a little bit better suited up, and Rossman can probably find something to help deal with swarms.
All
for
right.
the
So
upcoming fights.
if going down the path that you found earlier, you do have the two options. You want to go left or right, essentially.
Every good
Well-
adventurer goes left.
Left? Okay. So that leads you further into the mines, and as you are walking down, it comes to a ledge, and you are seeing an open cavern type area. There's a lava flow going through the center of it, and in the area, long distance away, this is far off, it's lit up because of the lava, you are going to see some things. Essentially, I'll show you a couple examples. And
Hold on. Give me a second.
So, in the lava, or like in or near the lava, you see a bunch of these type of critters. If they'll load, there they go.
Give me a second.
Do we want to go a little bit past 9 since I kind of took a break to go get snacks?
I don't mind, but
Rose is okay, you're okay, and I guess we'll just ask Tesher when she gets back, of course. But yes, in this large area where there is definitely a lot of lava, different lava flows, there's rivers, there's a bridge going across to a different side, but there is more mines on this side also. They just seem to be old mine shafts. They were digging for stuff. On the far side of the bridge, you can see like the glint or glimmer of something shinier, like think crystal or glass or a gemstone of some sort, just sparkling in the walls. There must have been so much of it that they couldn't harvest it all.
interesting. He's definitely gonna want to get that. But also, is that a lava lizard? I'm looking that up in the campaign chat.
Those you can do a nature check if you have it, or an arcana check if you have that.
Well, I have Jeffrey. You said nature. I got
Yep.
the same for both of them. So
Just pick one then.
yeah. Let's see if this bites me in the butt. It bite me in the butt.
It bit you in the ass, did it? You're
Yes, it
10.
is.
You're like, yeah, as far as you're aware, they are just a lava lizard. You're like, that must be a lava lizard. I've heard of those.
I'm gonna try to catch one. Wait, how big are
By
they?
the way, they're about the size of a horse.
Okay. So Rosman just kind of looks.
Ride out on a new mount. I failed
I
on
would
my
s-
check too. I got a 1. Again.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say, I don't have any chains. I have a rope. A rope might burn.
A rope will probably
wait.
burn.
Is the lizard on fire?
The lizards are not on fire.
It will work.
I'm gonna
It will absolutely work.
I'm gonna do how to train your dragon on this.
I'm gonna try to
Quark,
do
you've
a.
heard of these before. They are salamanders,
Corgos, these are salamanders.
like fire salamanders, obviously.
Fire salamanders.
Rosman's like,
But-
I don't care. I'm gonna see if I can tame one.
By the way, your perception check, I believe, Roswin, was more than enough to notice that in addition to there being actual salamanders, there are nests with eggs.
Oh,
They are down and down low with the lava flow. It would be a little bit harder to get there, but you do see paths on the far side that go down, and you're probably could find some on this side or climb if you really wanted to.
honestly, as much as he is so tempted to do so, we're trying to go deeper into the cave. If we take these,
Like-
there's a good chance we'll have to run away.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good sidetrack that will get. It's just like, oh shit, we're running.
Yeah, so he's not going to do that, but he is
Don't eat me,
definitely gonna.
toothless.
He's gonna pull out some of his rope, kind of coil it around his hand as he sneaks up towards his lizard. I'm guessing 29 is good for his stealth.
Yes. There
All
is
right.
one of these lizards in front of you on the path. The rest are down way low by the lava flows.
All right, so he's gonna coil this rope up into a lasso, and he's gonna attempt to lasso him a salamander.
All right.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
So let's see. Should I just give you a range attack to see if I
Sure.
lasso it?
That works.
Perfect.
A range attack works perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. In that case,
They are kind of cute, I won't lie.
yes,
26. Yes, you succeed.
He's doing
Sweet.
basically what happened in Avatar, the Blue People movie, where Jake tries to catch whatever the thing is called, and doing that like grab, leg, wrap,
Force, more or less force your will on it. Your handle animal didn't go very well, but this guy seems pretty docile. He's not hostile. He doesn't attack you. He just kind of looked at you like, the fuck you doing?
yeah, that's Washington. Was like, hey, get over here. He's like, as he's attempting to like,
As you
Ring
got it
over
lassoed, you're like trying to pull him towards you. You see this tongue suddenly snap out of its mouth and grab something out of the air that you didn't notice. It looked like just a weird flaming bit, but it turned out to be like a bat or something that was on fire. It's just like snap, kind of like a frog.
Flaming geese.
Ro-
And it's just like, and it starts eating it. Just looking at you directly in the eyes. Come.
okay.
That was an intimidation
Rosalind just
check
kinda-
if I ever saw one.
Rossman just kind of like stops and like rethink his choices. Like, this best his group. Hey, what's a good way to convey a creature to follow you?
I'm gonna try
Why,
to
you know
walk
the
up
answer to
one.
this. Feed it.
Yes, Cora goes, we feed it.
I'm gonna walk up and
I
try to
see.
do what Hiccup does in the movie. Feed it and try to gain its trust. And put my
What are you
hand
going to
out.
try to feed it?
Cora
I'm
hands,
going to-
By the
hands
way,
her a rat.
Yeah, Quar's like hands you a rat.
I was
It's
to say,
still
hey,
warm,
Quar, I
by
need
the
a
way.
rat.
All right, so you can do an animal handle check.
I don't even know. Hey!
You're like holding the rat out carefully in one hand, and are you trying to do the hand movement, like touch it or something, or are you just trying to feed it right now?
I will try to touch it as well. I'll let it feed, and then I will try to touch it and see if it will allow me
You-
to
You
essentially pet it.
hold your hand out. It kind of sniffs towards you. You get a look on its face like it recognizes that smell, and it immediately turns to face you and takes 2 steps forward. It doesn't seem to be focused on you in the least. It's focused on what's in your hand. And before you can even react, it goes snap with its tongue, and the rat is out of your hand. And it's just crunching away. You hear like the bones on that thing just crunch, crunch, crunch. Which Quar's like, wait, mine wasn't crunchy.
Right?
All I'm seeing is
Would
the
you like to
toothless
try
moment be, huh, toothless. I could have sworn you had shink teeth.
Yeah, more or
Right.
less. So roll your second animal handling check, Rose. You're trying to pet it while
I
it's
will
near
luck
you.
point that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
14 is better. So it seems okay with you petting it.
Yay,
Like-
new friend!
Put your hand on it. It's very, very warm, but not in a super uncomfortable way. This is the kind of thing if you had a comfortable way of laying on this thing, this would be like a perfect heating pad.
1 moment.
So she'll give best animal sketches and ask gently, may I ride you? So we have an easier way to get through this area. Or so I have an easier way to get through this area.
Who cares about everyone else? Just me.
Get your own mounts. I worked for mine.
Quar wouldn't fit on one of these.
Probably not.
Yeah, Cora's fine with walking.
You and Roswin could fit on one of them. 2 people can go on an average size horse.
Excuse me. Yep.
There.
But yes, so it seems to have. It seems to like you guys. It's not against doing anything against you at all. You haven't attacked it, so it hasn't attacked you. You fed it even. It's like these guys are okay.
Alright, so
I wouldn't
I
fully
will...
trust it. I wouldn't fully trust it just yet. It takes way more than that just to tame something, right? It can take weeks or months. But
yeah.
this one seems friendly right now.
I will
It
get
has-
on it.
You're like, what can I? And you're like, all right, I will let you do no check at all. You just climb up onto it with no problems. You're sitting on it. And actually, yeah, roll me a dexterity save.
Hey!
All right, because there is a lasso wrapped around its neck still, you have something to hold on to when suddenly it bolts. It moves faster than you expected for something its size and just like vertically climbs down the cliff beside you.
It's like, holy shit! Okay!
You're
Okay,
like,
good.
you're like,
Good,
I'm
go.
going to do a
Suddenly you're-
dexterity
Oh,
check.
shit.
I'm going to do a
Yep.
dexterity save because Rasmus was still holding on to that rope when
Yep.
it bolted.
Yep,
Mhm.
makes sense.
I will try to help him up, however I can.
All right, you made the save for sure. You're like, what do you want to do, Roswin? Do you want to jump on or jump off? As in, like, let go.
Jump on. He
Okay.
lassoed this thing for a reason.
Exactly. You lassoed it. You jumped on. You unintentionally wrap your arm around Lyra. It's just like only thing to grab onto. Reach
She's like, you're
around and
lucky
grab
that
the
we're
rope.
riding this, otherwise I'd smack you.
Quar, you were kind of surprised by the situation. You just see suddenly this thing jump over the ledge essentially, and both of them go with it.
Bar is going to try and follow them because, yeah.
This is a decent sized cliff. It's about 30 feet down. How do you want to proceed to go down it? They are already at the bottom.
Carefully.
Very carefully, he's going to climb.
All
Or
right, I'll let
slide
you
down
do
on his
two
shell.
climb.
One
I'll
or
let you
two.
do two climbing checks to do that whole slide climb.
All right. And this come in.
Ba, 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 ba.
And I have nothing that can help you. I don't even have Featherfall.
That's okay if
What a
I.
useful sorcerer you are.
I'm a
right?
battle
Don't have
sorcerer.
mending.
Not a
Rose,
utility
you do
sorcerer.
Let's see, don't have
access to
mending, don't have
Featherfall.
featherfall.
I'm not
yeah.
a utility
Oh, yeah.
sorcerer. I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
battle sorcerer.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Look at those rolls.
So
Look at
the
those
first
rolls.
one
I'm
is
a luck
enough.
points the last one.
Okay, that first one is enough. You jump over the edge, grab it, and start dragging down because your claws are good for this.
Much better.
Have you seen
Very
how
funny.
how turtles can climb? Some of them can climb really
Yep.
well. But yes, so that first one is just like you grab onto the edge, you lower yourself down, and you start sliding. For a second, you feel like it's a free fall, but then you catch
Yeah.
yourself again, and then for the rest of the way down is perfectly safe. You make it to the bottom, you're sitting there going, "Whoa, that was exhilarating."
That was fun.
It's like, wow. Now you are down near lava rivers. There is fire, there is lava, there is more salamanders. You do see a couple nests nearby, but you probably want to avoid those right now.
Yeah.
You don't think they would remain docile if you go to the nests.
He goes, no one touch
Oh,
the
not at all.
eggs.
So, rubbing the back of the salamander, Roswin lets go of Lyra once it slows down enough, and he goes,
What?
now we should have a safer way across this lava. But as he just kind of looks back towards Quar, I don't think he would
Yes.
like you riding on it.
He goes, that is fine. I will not ride on it. I can climb. I have ways. Don't worry.
You also still have your fire resistance
Yes.
potions, so you could take that and take less damage from being through this area. Since lava in D&D is not as dangerous as it is in real life.
True enough. As he looks back and goes, now, let's see if we can gain a little bit more control over this salamander and help us go through this area a little bit better. Next time
I'll
we
allow
come
you
across,
to do a multiple, all three of you do an animal handling check if you want.
Okay.
all right,
Give me 1 sec.
as he
It's
goes,
essentially you're combining it, trying to get it to trust y'all more.
as Rosman goes, especially if we come across another swarm, I'm pretty sure this right here would exactly love to have that.
Perfect. All three of you did amazing. In your handling check, you came to the realization this guy is very food oriented. Right now, you could get him to go where you want by holding food just out of his reach.
Oh, so basically what we're doing is the pig with the carrot on the stick. Got it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or the strider with the fungus on his stick, or I think there's a couple other
Yep.
creatures that can do that now.
Yeah. But with that being said, Rossman just kind of like looks around, goes, Quar, you wouldn't happen to have another rat on you, would you?
He'll hand it over to Roswin.
I think you have.
Alright.
I think you picked up all of the rats, or just a couple of them.
Yeah, I picked up all of them.
I figured that's why I mentioned they might come in handy.
Well, of course.
Quar's
he
always
gets-
thinking about food wise, right? It's like, wait, this might come in handy later.
He then looked to Lyra and go, Miss Mage, you wouldn't happen to have a staff on you, would you?
Nope, I got a mage hand. I don't think I have a staff.
Mage hand would work, yes.
I mean, yeah, it will work. Well then,
Yeah,
I
she
say
doesn't
we can use that
staff.
as a combination. Well, usually, sorcerers or wizards at least starts off with a staff. in their
Yeah,
inventory.
they usually have one for free to begin with. I didn't give
Yeah.
her one when I made that character, and she didn't think of grabbing one.
Fair enough. So Rossman just kind of hands over all the fire rat source ladder and goes, well, we have our transportation, and we might have something to help us with the swarms next time.
Fair. Yeah.
All right, so
because
this
I had
section
to
of
recast
lava
every
field,
minute,
by the way, is about 40 feet across to the other side, and then there's a wall going back up.
All right.
Probably a good idea that you went the way you did, because that bridge up there did not look like it could hold Quar alone.
Excuse me.
Rossman just kind of looks back towards Quar and goes, you know, when we came down here, I don't think we've inquired what type of dangers be here. Otherwise, we could have found some type of like a lava boat or something to ride across these, but you think you'll be okay walking through these lava?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Quar should be decent for this. There's enough land masses to jump from that he won't even have to step into lava, because who'd want to do that?
All right.
Hmm.
Then Roswell looks back towards Lyra and goes, well, in that case, let's lead, and I keep my eye out for any other
Suits?
bodies.
All right, well in that case, I'm going to let you guys do a perception check right now.
Good.
Sounds like a plan. Do we get advantages because we're helping each other out?
Sure. Kerr.
Oh, my perception hurt. I take that back.
Mine
Quar,
hurt
your
too.
perception hurt.
You can roll again since you did have an advantage.
Oh.
Both of you
The
did get a
perception.
luck point, though.
I'll luck point.
You still get a luck point when you rolled a 1 in your other part, right? So,
Have I say me and Quar, we
There you
hurt
go.
there for a bit.
all right. So, Lyra, you notice. Roswin, you notice. Quar, you notice. Across the bridge up above you, there are 3 individuals walking. Not the way you came from, the way like where you were going. They are moving across the bridge slowly, methodically, and you don't think that they are moving quite naturally style. And in the campaign chat, those of you with really good long distance eyes, which is Lyra,
Hi.
Lyra,
would
what do your elf eyes see?
notice this.
It's so weird not being walk the long distance.
Oh. Okay. So she explains how she sees what looks to be like fire zombies, except they're dwarven. Suits are cracked. Fire
They just
on one
they
hand
just
and
look like
a hand.
dwarves wearing weird lava infused armor. Their weapons are like strangely heated and infused. They look kind of worn from this distance, like black marks. The handles look scorched and burnt, kind of like when axe somebody found.
So Lyra tells them all that.
I think we found your
Yes.
dwarves there, Roswin.
Roswin just kind of shakes his head and goes, I think we found the living fog.
Yeah, I don't like this. I also think this might be the race that we got mentioned of earlier.
These guys are moving across the bridge, like I said, slowly, methodically. They seem to be patrolling. They don't even look down at you.
Hey, Miss Combat Mage, you at least have some type of water ice spells on you, would you?
I have armor of Arkarthas.
That's your only cold damage.
That and
Oh my.
sorcerer and sorcerer's burst.
Yes, you don't have any other cold damage. do.
He just kind of nods
And built
and
a charm
goes,
person, detect magic and thoughts, and hit from a distance, and shatter.
so
I thought
here's
you had
what I'm
ice knife
thinking.
at one point.
I thought so too, but I guess not. But Roswell's going to continue on. Okay, well, in that case, here's what I'm thinking. Quar is the only one with a physical weapon that can sustain long-term heat. I, on the other hand, as he just points to his thin rapier, does not maintain long-term heat damages. I'm gonna
No,
need
and I
something.
don't think my armor of Arkarthas can be. No, I can't put it on you.
As he continues on, so we can fight these if they fight us, but my weapon's most likely going to break after a while. I'm just saying it right now.
Oh
We
yeah,
can
there's a
move
good chance that
forward.
hitting these things with the weapons you guys have, other than Quars, will do more damage to your weapon than the enemy.
Oh yeah, as he goes, so we can continue moving forwards and hope we find something to fight them, or we can turn back. As Rosalind just kind of pulls out the like damaged burn axe. I'm not very useful with this, but the only thing I have left if I decide to fight those things.
I need to get down to the vault. I have a mission to get down there, if nothing else.
Well, a mission is a mission unless you're dead for the mission.
Fargo's, if you guys need wall muscle and fury, hi.
You're the only muscle we have at the moment.
I can shoot from a
Lyra
distance.
has a muscle, it's in her brain.
Exactly! I have ways to make it so that they don't hit him as easily, and I can shoot from a distance.
See, I'm not worried about the getting hit part. I'm worried about doing the hitting part.
Yeah, if you can't do damage, it's hard to beat something.
I can do damage, I just can't do cold damage.
Which is what I'm assuming they're going to be succumbed to. Well,
Mhm.
That's
either
a smart
way,
decision. That's the rats seemed to take extra damage from the cold for sure.
yeah. But as he continues on, well, either ways, if you want to continue moving forwards, we can. I'm just letting you know that I may not be much of a help.
He goes, that's fine. I can do a lot of damage.
Don't be that mean,
Oh,
Rose. I can see that thought in your head.
She's been absolutely mean. I can hear the vicious mockery coming from her.
There's a part of her brain is basically like saying, "When were you ever useless
No,
or useful?" I
Mhm.
mean,
no. You're useful. You're bait. I'm like, don't
See-
say it. Don't say it in character. He's been good. All session. He's been nice to Lyra. All session. Don't start
Bait
it
is
now.
only good bait when it's bait is only good bait when it stays. When the bait leaves, there's no more bait.
That's why I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it. Rosamund's been good. I don't want to ruin it. No, we
but
need
it
to
would be
push
so
forward.
fun watching the bait suddenly stealth when the sorceress is the only target.
But yeah, just
This is why you don't
Don't.
try to
sources
do that.
never attack.
Do you want to search around down in this area on the other side of the wall? Or like on the other side of the ravine, essentially? Do you want to watch those guys cross and make sure that they keep going? Do you want to wait for them to come back because there wasn't that much area on the other side, so you're not sure where they're patrolling to? Do you want to get across and GTFO as soon as they're gone?
I was gonna say can we climb on the walls, but then I realized Quar can't climb on the walls. Not
No,
Quark
but
can
Quark-
climb the wall. Quark can actually hold on to the rope and use the salamander to assist, but not ride it.
Do we want to try climbing the wall to avoid that?
Or rather look on the ground first, then climb the wall.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that's a smart idea. Look on the ground and then climb the wall to avoid them.
All right, Quar, to get across this ravine, you're going to have to give me 3 dexterity saves.
We're looking on the ground
okey-dokey.
first.
I'm going to invest in some of the weapons.
Yes, but you have to
Would this-
walk around lava, Rose.
Fair.
You guys are on
Would
something
this-
that's immune to fire. Quara is not.
Yeah.
Would this be trigger my danger sense? Because
In this particular case, no. Because it's all stuff that it's not stuff that's happening like randomly. It's just you're
Okay.
making sure you're not falling into lava.
okay,
Ooh.
I'm a re-roll that 5.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Go
1, so
ahead.
you can't.
Wait, it was a 1?
It's a 1.
Oh,
No. All
can
right,
my
Quar.
danger sense trigger on the 1?
Quar, you. I'm going to give you this one in the sense that that last one you went to jump across, and what happened is at the last second there was a lava spout in front of you. Your danger sense kicked in, and you may roll again.
Okay. Quar's mildly shitting his pants, but oh Jesus Christ, I'm a
Quar, you
That's a luck
flip
point.
backwards, but aren't able to get out of the way of the flame spout.
Can I
Luckily,
luck
it
point
only
that?
does 12 fire damage to you, which is if you haven't taken your potion yet, have you?
No.
No,
I'm the only one that has.
I'm still at my temporary head point.
Yeah.
Quar's like, I'm glad I wore my brown pants.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Other than that, you successfully make it across there. One of you can roll for searching the first side they were on. One of you can roll for the middle, and one of you can roll for the other side. We'll just do
Middle.
investigation or perception.
Quar jokingly goes, "Can anybody smell?" Quar jokingly goes, "Hey, I smell barbecued turtle."
Yeah, that's you.
Lyra's like, "Hey, I smell turtle soup." All right, Lyra, you notice the only thing really going on in the middle is that like the lava flowing, the salamanders like to soak in the heat of the magma flow. Technically, it would be magma flow, not lava, I believe. But they're enjoying themselves. They're peaceful. They kind of look at you funny. You do notice that there are things flying around. Like I said, basically keys from Zelda, which are flying bats, flaming bats, more or less. So there are a bunch of them flying around, and the salamanders just seem to enjoy them a lot. Every now and then, you see some rat swarms moving in distances, but they avoid the salamanders. Go figure. Other than that, there's nothing spectacular in the center of the room. Quar,
Oh.
did you want to search the first part before you run across?
Sure.
Perfect. Investigate or perception, whichever you want.
All
And
right,
Dash, you can do the same for the other side.
I'll do it in the vest.
You
I'm gonna
did
do no
not
such
find
thing.
anything noticeably so far. You can do the thingies. Wahahaha.
Mhm.
Dash also didn't find anything spectacular in the search of the area, though as you get closer to the far side, the three of you all notice that there is a cavern in the side of the cliff. It's well hidden from the angle you were at, and you do notice there is a higher concentration of salamanders near it.
Huh.
Could mean more of them in there, could be a den for them, who knows.
Well, no reason to go in that direction. Well, actually, no, scratch that. Maybe it's a good idea we go into that direction. Roswin just kind of voices his opinion. You know, it's a possibility that that group might have went in there. Might be able to find
Maybe.
something inside.
We can look if nothing else.
Yeah.
All right. So as you get closer, Lyra, your 21 perception from earlier still is kicking in, and you do notice there is actual evidence of non-salamander movements around here. You notice a discarded weapon in one part. It is not like the axe that Dash found earlier. It is a more modern weapon and is not dwarven. It's basically a shattered sword, though. Like, it looks like it got detempered and then hit something solid and broke.
Okay.
If you don't know what detempering is, when you temper metal, it becomes harder, but it can become a little bit more brittle. But when you detemper it, it becomes softer. If a sword is suddenly heated up really fast and then cooled down really fast, it will shatter.
Mm-hmm.
This one didn't shatter, but it broke kind of at an angle, like something hit it hard when it was at the wrong temperature.
She'll point that out to her party and go, I see a sword that was detempered and looks to be broken at an angle.
And then you get to the front of this cavern entrance, and it is a hall, or it's not a hallway, but it's a cave. It goes deeper. You do see way more salamanders in there, and there is definitely more nests.
Okay.
From what you can see, there might be bigger salamanders in there also. Your choices are to go in with your salamander buddy, go in without your salamander buddy, or move on to something else.
I say we go in with our salamander buddy and try to find a salamander for Quar.
I mean, that's also an option.
All right. Everyone
Fine,
agrees?
they
You start heading in there cautiously. Your salamander buddy is like snipping after that little rat going, come, 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 come. Then he kind of moves. Suddenly he starts ignoring it and starts waddling towards the back of that room, chamber, whatever you want to call it. And you can see what you could only quantify as the queen salamander. She is huge. Like, huge.
Wow.
Just
she's like
sitting, basking in the back.
She's like the big ass dragon from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. Except so far peaceful. She's just sitting there. I say she because you're like assuming female.
Yep.
Considering she's on a nest.
Oh yeah.
The eggs are roughly the same size as the other eggs, but there's a lot more of them.
Well, we found the queen.
Clar will start buttering her up and giving her some rattos.
You want to tame the queen, do you?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to let you do an animal handling or with advantage.
So,
all right.
While Quar is doing that, Roswin just kind of like leans over towards Lyra's shoulder. And Lyra noticed two things. One, Roswin hasn't really done much quipping towards her. But two, he's going to say, you think we should give him some of the rats?
Well, Quar did still have more of the rats.
Lots of rats.
Well, I mean, yeah, so we should probably give.
He handed you guys a handful of them. He still had more.
Figure this one has earned its current rat, and we can get a fresh one on the hand when we leave.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, Quar, didn't you at one point pick up a different animal and put it in your bag?
I think so.
Not this session, in a previous session. I think you took the remains of like a horse or not a horse, a goat or something.
Oh my gosh, Quar.
I think it was a wolf.
Yeah, it was a wolf.
Oh my gosh, Quar.
It was a wolf because we were gonna give that to.
You were gonna get the pelt or something, and yeah, you guys kind of forgot about it. Yeah, you still have the carcass of a wolf.
Yeah, because we were trying to give that to Landor.
It's still in okay condition.
Stuff.
Yeah, because I was gonna give it to Landor because it was.
It's not a normal wolf.
It was messed up.
So you could theoretically use that as a snack.
The amount of questions I ask.
Like Quar, Quar is a 2-year-old. Quar is a 2-year-old with a magical bag. I picked it up. Oh, look at this shiny rock. Meanwhile, that shiny rock is a like diamond.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty accurate for him. Hey, I'm not much better. I
Alright.
have slime in my bag for a land dwarf.
All right, this queen beastie looks at you like, hum, hum. She sees this carcass. You're giving her the wolf?
Yep.
Yeah, she sees this carcass and just that look of licks lips and then tongue snap. The wolf is gone. Like one quick tongue movement, crunch, crunch, crunch. You see a weird little purpley black smoke come out of this thing's mouth as it's crushing this thing down, swallows what's left, kind of lets out the equivalent of a belch. And you kind of get a strange sense in your head, Quar. There's like another entity, a communication of sorts, and essentially you've got this empathic feeling of more or less, what do you want?
And then Quar goes, I'll give you some more Tritos if you help me navigate this mine.
You get it. Your response roughly translates to must watch babies.
Ask for one that's your size.
Your thoughts of basically needing a mount or a companion to go through this, the queen does seem to understand, and she kind of moves her head toward, like aims at a different one, and it suddenly starts moving towards you. This one is big enough that you could ride it yourself. Yes.
All right, Quar will offer up a rattle.
Do you want to ask anything about the location, the area, the map? If this thing could understand what a map is.
Ask about the dwarves.
Quar will ask about the door. Quar asks her about the dwarves.
You get a mental image of enemies, hostile, dangerous. They aren't like they don't hunt. They don't get hunted by them. But if they encounter each other, it doesn't go well.
Quar goes. She says enemies,
And they taste bad.
and they don't taste good.
Asking like thinking about locations and ways of getting around, like a layout of things, you get the mental image that in the back of this cave that you're in, there are more tunnels that go deeper. Upstairs there are more mines, and they are filled with more dwarf things and other stuff. There's a couple mental images of things that you don't quite grasp fully. But let me show you. Let me
All right.
show you its features. So you've got
Quar
in the